All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are officially back here. And as you see here, I have my contacts on, so I got that clear vision going on. And we are here with the Small Business Network podcast, and we're moving right along here on this fine and chilly Wednesday in Atlanta, Georgia, for episode 21, guys. Wow, 21 episodes. You know, it's interesting because when we started this podcast, we really didn't have any idea on where it would go. And I just want to say thank you as far as to our many past guests that have been on the podcast, that has been contributing. And we really appreciate you all. And we just want to say thank you. And with that, guys, just want to go ahead and move right along because tonight we have a very special guest as well. This is going to be a gentleman that's out of Dallas, Texas. He's also a business owner. He is an entrepreneur. And when I had an opportunity as far as to speak with him, I love as far as like his mindset and how the way that he's moving and shaking in the world. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and bring him on board. We're going to get this party started. But for those that's catching this live, do us a favor if you will. Put in the hashtag live. Let us know exactly where you're tuning in from. And if you're catching this on a replay, go ahead and put in hashtag replay. And I want to say hello to Sherry as far as in the house. And we have our special guest here, James Scroggins. So I'm about to bring you on in a few months, buddy. But just to introduce myself more, my name is Sean White, and I am the partner and CEO of the Small Business Network, along with my business partner, Dr. James. And we're all about giving small business entrepreneurs and owners the opportunity as far as to promote themselves, brand their business, and visibility by using the power of internet, TV, and radio. And it's something in which that a lot of our clients have definitely been loving. Our partners, I tell you, like they have like a lot of rave reviews. So with that being said, guys, because this is not about me, this is about my special guest here, Mr. James Scroggins. So I'm about to go ahead and bring him on board, and let's go ahead and welcome him as well with a round of applause. And this is going to be amazing. This is going to be an exclusive. So mark your calendars. Historic time, guys. So here he go. I'm going to James here, and we want Sandra. Welcome, Sandra Jackson in the house. Awesome. One of our supervisors as far as with the Small Business Network. And with no further ado, we have here Brother James. What's going on, my friend?
I'm great, man. That was an amazing introduction. I appreciate that.
Thank you. And, I do try from time to time. I kind of get there, right? So
Edify
let's
me
go
like
ahead.
that.
Yeah, definitely, man. So let's go ahead and get started, my friend. So, James, if you can just introduce yourself more so to the audience, just tell them a bit about who you are.
Yeah. Born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I graduated from Bowie. Um, Really just always been really into sports, really active. So whenever I got the opportunity to be a part of a couple of large moving companies here in the DFW area, I've probably worked for about three or four large companies, and I've always been a lead driver at every company that I work for. So eventually, I just learned that I could take my expertise, take my customer service, and start my own thing.
Nice, awesome. And what's the name of your business? Tell us a little bit more about your business, my friend.
So the name of the business is Elite Moving and Delivery. You know, we chose that name just because we always strive to be elite. We always strive to, be our best. And then I started the company with two of my cousins. So we all co-partner. I'm pretty much head of the company, but those are my partners. Um, we always play basketball. We always play AAU. So that's another reason why we went with the name Elite.
Okay, nice. So you said that you guys play AAU as well?
Yeah. So a big thing in AAU basketball is wearing elite Nike socks.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where the name Elite came from as well. hmm
Nice. And what position do you guys play?
I play point guard. And both of my cousins, they play shooting guard.
Nice, nice. I mean, hey, just a fun fact, James. Like, man, I love basketball, man. I remember when I was younger too. I used to play a lot of basketball, mostly street ball. So I actually played for like a couple of teams, but I found out when everybody wants to, yep, when everybody wants to be like Mike or
Yeah,
be like, Kobe, it was like, okay, I'm hanging that up right there. So,
yeah, most
but
definitely.
yeah, but that's something like basketball, especially the NBA. I even follow that to this day.
Yeah, yeah, most
Totally.
definitely.
So tell us a little bit more about Elite Moving Company. Tell us more about the products and services that you guys offer as far as in your local area.
So what we do is we offer a full service move and labor only moving. Full service moving just basically means we're gonna bring the truck, we're gonna bring the dollies, we're gonna bring straps, shrink wrap, tools. If you need your beds broken down, we're gonna break down your beds. If you need your refrigerator handles taken off, we're gonna take those off so that they can get out of the door. If you need your washer and dryer taken apart, put back together, we're gonna take care of all of that for you. We pretty much do the same thing for the labor only service, so it's really a good deal, especially if you're moving locally. We just don't provide the truck, and then we're able to cut our rates in half, and that just takes me into another reason of why I really started the business because
Yeah,
a lot of the companies that I work for, they would overcharge customers,
mm,
especially in my community. I realized that, a lot of people move themselves just because they can't afford the moving companies.
right.
But it only costs $30 to get a U-Haul, and then we'll charge 60 or $80 depending on your situation. We really try to work with our customers just so they can still get a quality feel of what a real moving company would do. We come in, we wrap their stuff up, we have pads to make sure everything's protected, and we really just try to take our time and meet our customers' needs.
Wow, yeah, man, that's pretty awesome. Because just like when we had a conversation over the phone, you know, it's easy to go with the big name companies, right? Like
Yeah,
U-Haul, it sticks out in my mind. But like I was mentioning to you before, right? It was interesting that when I had to do the moving, and yeah, as far as we're getting the truck, it was like 29.99. But then as I started thinking about it, I'm like, man, all this work that I'm putting in, right? Because it was me and someone else that helped me out, and just the time and the inconvenience and everything. And I was like, man, if I was to ask like to go like with another moving company, or they're gonna charge me like an arm and a leg,
hmm,
right? And that was actually, it was funny because I was moving from one location to another, which was literally no more like 5 or 7 minutes. And
right,
yeah, they were charging like an arm and a leg, excuse me. That's the reason why I decided to do it on my own. And it's kind of funny that you mentioned that too, because a lot of times that the reason why, people rather prefer to do it on their own because they can't afford as far as
right.
like, with the big name companies and for all the labor and manpower. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, man. And obviously I'm pretty sure that actually inspired you to want to create the business and you guys to do your own thing, obviously, correct?
Right, right, right. Because one thing that I understood quickly is that it's not necessarily about the money, that's involved with the moving industry if you really want your name to ring bells in your city. It's about the service that you provide, it's about the care, it's about the attention to detail. So that's pretty much what, brings in referrals for us. Definitely if you were to look at our Google review page, our Facebook page, you would see nothing but outstanding comments on the service that we provide.
Nice, nice. So run me through like a typical day, James. I'm just curious. This is actually just like a side note. How
Mhm.
like how many hours do you guys put in, and what does it take to run a successful moving company? Because I always been curious about that though.
Yeah. So for myself personally, my days start at about 5 or 5:30 every morning. Um, And that's just my meditation time because honestly, you got to get your mind right to deal with what we deal with. Um, and then from there, everything is pretty much ran smoothly because it's a routine. So the dollies and all the equipment, it's already in the truck or it's already in the vehicle.
Right.
We try to always prepare the night before for the day that's ahead of us, and that's how we stay on top of our game. If we prepare the night before, if we the biggest thing is making sure that you understand exactly what it is that you're walking into
Mm.
whenever you're doing a move. You don't ever want to be surprised whenever you walk into someone's house or apartment or even office, because we do office moves sometimes as well.
Okay.
You want to make sure that you're really getting every detail. Sometimes we ask for pictures, because everyone doesn't want to send you a long list of the things that they have,
That's true.
you know. So it's like you can either send us lists or you can send in some pictures. That way we know exactly what we need to bring so that we can be prepared. Some days are short, some days are long. Just recently, we don't like to do this too often, but it was a customer that we had already moved a couple of times, and we knew that it was going to be an all-day thing. And unfortunately, we were supposed to have three guys on the move, but it ended up only being the two of us, and we were on that move for 18 hours.
Wow.
Um, so that just shows the dedication that we're willing to put in to make sure we get the job done.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you're taking notes because she's dropping some wisdom for you and some nuggets. And isn't it very funny how everything which he just talked about, that's pretty much on what you have to do as an entrepreneur on a day in and day out basis, isn't it, right?
Yeah,
Being prepared, right? Staying ready so that way you don't have to get ready, right?
right.
Be willing to put the time in. I mean, yes, Sandra is absolute genius, most certainly. So, James, along with the great and amazing customer service that you guys pride on, right? And I'm loving everything in which I'm hearing, by the way. The one question in which, sticks out to me right now, right? Hey, why is it that you want more people to know about Elite Movers? Why not just be just a local company, right? And just be happy and content with that? Why? Why now?
Well, at this point, honestly, we're still going to take care of our local customers, but we're about to gear up for the summertime. And over the summertime, we made it a point to start doing long distance moves. There's a lot of people that's coming into Texas, and there's a lot of people that's leaving Texas,
Mm.
and we want to be the ones, if we're the right company for you, we want to be the ones to service you.
Absolutely. So long distance, like how far would you gentlemen be willing to travel?
I mean, I've been as far as New York, so
Okay.
yeah, that's the farthest that I've been. So it's really no limit on where we're willing to go. As long as we can negotiate on a price and both parties are comfortable, I feel like that's what sets us apart from other moving companies because they don't really care. If
Yeah.
you tell them this is your budget, you can still make money and negotiate with your customers. And I know a lot of moving companies, they don't want to hear that. They believe that you can't make money that way. But
Hmm.
oftentimes, if you go to that company's Google review page, they're gonna have terrible reviews. You
Mm.
know, they're gonna have terrible reviews, and it's because they just try to be too busy. And that's our thing. We're not out here trying to be too busy. We're out here trying to take on what we can take on and get the job done right.
I like that. You know what I just heard, ladies and gentlemen? I just heard from James, quality over quantity.
There you go.
Bam.
There you go.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. James, you know what? This has been an amazing interview. Is there anything else in which that you would like to leave to your audience? Like, how can they get a hold of you guys? Especially as far as in the local area, or even as far as if they're like in the surrounding states and they may want to do business with you, what
Right.
contact information that you would have for the listening audience, my friend?
You could either go to elitemoving.org, or you can call or text us at 817-618-0690. You can also look us up on Facebook as well, or Google. You just got to type in Elite Moving and Delivery. You'll see a E pop up with wings on it. That'll be us. It'll be a red E. If you see red letters, it's us. There are a couple other companies with Elite in their name, but we're the real ones. We're the real Elite. Okay.
Sure.
But yeah, if you see that red E with wings, that's us. You know, you got the right company. And again, that phone number is 817-618-0690.
Fantastic, fantastic. Also, James, too, before we end this interview, definitely just make sure that you put all your general contact information as far as in the comment
Okay.
section. So that way those that's possibly catching the replay, they'll be able to even go ahead and, watch the replay and be able to, and reach out to you because you have your contact information. So that'll be amazing. And plus also as far as for myself, and I'm pretty sure as far as my colleagues, hey, we would love as far as actually start marketing you right now and start promoting you as far as on our social media handles to help you out as well, my friend.
For sure, for sure. I will actually send you over a digital business card that we have that can be shared, and it has all of the services that we offer as well.
A- Absolutely, absolutely. So before we disconnect, let me just see here if anyone in the audience has any questions for James, because this has been an awesome interview. And like I mentioned, guys, I told you, this is an exclusive. So I just want to see, does anybody have any questions? Sandra, do you have any questions for James? Let me see here. Perhaps Roosevelt, do you have any questions, my friend? He's actually one of our co-hosts here. Melvin. Dr. James, that's actually, my business partner.
Right.
No, it looks like there are no questions, my friend. So, James, once that we're done with this, I'm definitely going to connect with you in 1 minute. And for everyone else, hey, we appreciate you. We thank you so much for coming on to the Small Business Network podcast, along with my special guest, the founder and CEO of Elite Movers himself, Mr. James Scroggins. This has been an absolute pleasure on episode 21. And we're going to end this segment by saying that what we stated on here either motivated, transformed, or inspired at least one person. And may God be the glory. We take no credit for absolutely none of it. Until then, you'll be all amazing. Also, be on the lookout for tomorrow that we're going to have episode 22 along with our co-host, Ms. Helen Clueless, as she's going to be interviewing Miss Jasmine Tutton. So that's going to be tomorrow. So check your local listings, fans. Until then, enjoy the rest of your evening and be safe out there. Appreciate you, James.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.